West, y'all.
Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome to another first episode of 2023 of the Empty Out the Clip, the EOTC podcast. My name is Cam, your host, and I'm here with the brothers. Welcome back to a new year. Ave, lady, what's up?
What's up,
man?
Mr. Ave is still here, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, 2020 Street, oi, Charlie.
Man, that was mean 2022. Totally enjoyed it. A few rough patches, but we made it, man. We made it, guys. January the 2nd today.
This is January 2nd. We made it 2 days into the year. But now we'll start off like we do with some shout outs. So let's go off.
Okay, shout outs to Mans and T. Caught up on we had a gym session on Christmas Day. They're every week listeners to the podcast. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to just basically everyone that's tuned in to Empty Out the Clip. And for following us. Yo.
Oh, nice. I just want to make my first shout out to all my wife's family. Came in from Oz. Tell you, man, we've been spoiled for family events, man. So literally like 2 weddings, a couple of beach trips, as well as like the first Christmas and Yonks together. But that's all been crammed in to like 9 days. It's been solid, eh? And I don't think you realize how fast time flies there until you see, like, because we always take, like, the kids, like, we have photos of them, like, you know, when they're young, we try and duplicate the photos, but just seeing how much the kids are growing up, eh?
Yeah,
it's like,
man.
Damn. And, like, on the SLR camera as well, when you go back through the photos, and you're like, look at this, and you just
the memories
can't comprehend, like, bro, where's all that time gone, you know?
Yeah.
But shout out to all the my Ituri family that came over from Oz, and the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. McAllister, to the awesome Matt and Bridget, then also to the Griffins, Lance and Ivana, who they flew in from the Netherlands, and they had a awesome wedding, bro. One of the best no script weddings I've ever been to, man. The location and the food was on. So my food review is gonna be like, man. They said the bar high, and then my last one's probably to where one of the also who commented on our page. He said he'd been following us for a couple of weeks to the bro over in Campbelltown in Sydney. So to Mahoney Ngasu, man, what's up, Boost? Thanks for supporting us and watching and listening from wherever you are in the world. Hopefully you're still going handy, but yeah, we appreciate the support.
So
that's all from me.
I just want to say shout out to my mom. I love you, mom. This is the first Christmas and New Year's with our dad. He passed away earlier last year. So shout out to my mom. We're all behind you and all the fams and that. So, man, this Christmas has been good, man? Because, besides what I said before, but just for everyone to just, take stock on what's been gone in the past, and we're still here and still one big family and all that kind of stuff, and celebrating the year, celebrating our lives and stuff. So shout out to mom and the rest of the family. But how was your guys Christmas?
Christmas, good. Spent it with my family. My brother came over with his wife and my niece. Said a massive gongai. Shout out to, and then after that I got invited to Gus. So he invited me to his family sports day. And that was the first time I met his siblings and the brothers and sisters. Oh my gosh, man!
When you see his younger brothers, you think, "Aye,
yeah.
bro, talented, bro."
Yeah,
that family is talented, bro. Straight up.
It was just like because I grew up with a brother and 2 sisters, right? But there's like 5 boys and 2 girls. Like I just imagine growing up in a house, it must have been loud, But no, it was a mean day. They put it on. The barbecue was on. The sports day was on. It was hot on a hot day as well. Shout out to the Tuigamala family for having me.
Yeah, shout out to Phil too, He won his fight on December 2, When one of his younger brothers jumped on a card and won his fight, man. That was epic, bro.
Oh, true.
Straight up. Yeah, man. I was like, come on. In my head, I was thinking, man, your old man's fusty's paid off, bro. Even though he was a distance, he ended up dropping the dude big time.
Man,
I'm
okay.
so proud. So proud seeing that sort of shit, man. But yeah, shout out to the Tungamalas, man.
Yeah, hard. No, yeah, and New Year's, just I went parked up. So my original plan was to go to the Pink Bridge, but I googled it, right, and so Google took me straight to the Pink Bridge, but I didn't realize there's a parking somewhere off, like somewhere in Mount Roscoe or something, or Mount Eden or somewhere to park. But Google took me straight to the in the city, like the beginning of. So I was like, oh, I read it wrong, And then I was panicking because it was like 11:45, and I'm like, I'll just turn down to Victoria Park. All the cars were illegal parking on the side. I just parked up under the bridge, and I just did the countdown right in time, about like 5 minutes left.
What was that, the Pink Bridge? Was that where everyone was going to stand or something?
No, the Pink Bridge is...
That's the cycleway,
Yeah.
Under Cape Road.
Yeah, this year I just thought, have a sober one, and I just thought it'd be flash. But, have something different, do the Guy Fawkes deal. The countdown there, but no, either way, I managed to see it. Town was packed crawling, went out to Mission Bay to finish the night. Yeah, no, it's nice and quiet. Sober, Christmas, New Year's. What were you listening?
This is your year, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Oh, bro. Like I said, man. Like I didn't drink as much as what I used to, man. And man, I fell into the trap again. It was like, I tell the in-laws like if we drink, because I'm on night shift, bro, I'm not gonna go to sleep. And then we're drinking away. Then I hear the microwave beep beep beep. I'm like, fuck, I knew it, man. So once these guys started eating, I was like, oh damn it. Realized like this is why I didn't drink, because no one's gonna be awake with me.
Yeah,
but no, it was good. Wasn't busy. Surprisingly, no one in my family, like my sisters, messaged me Merry Christmas. I think it's because my sister borrowed my truck and took it up north and brought it back with 2 kaya tires, and then my daughter ended up buying me 4 brand new tires. So shout out to Kita. But it was all Nick's family. Like fuck yeah, having them here, bro, is something else. We got a lot of good photos, so I sort of like. Took it upon myself because I got a good camera on my phone, just taking his family photos. So yeah, they got a nice fale at the back of their place. Took a couple of nice photos. We did the presents on the deck and stuff. But yeah, I had my in-laws over for a mini barbecue. It was just funny, like it was just supposed to be the brother-in-laws. The next minute I looked through the window. Who's in the sitting room?
All the wives.
But I'm like, nah, it's all the kids, bro.
Oh,
so I was like. With the other kids, they're home. I was talking, okay, bring all the kids over here. So I ended up feeding all the kids. But because, my budget that I had, I could feed everyone.
Yeah.
And I was like, not a bully, but running out of food. So fuck, I fed all these kids, then had a little few drinks. But yeah, it was Sam's son's birthday. Vicky's birthday's on Christmas Eve. But it was good.
Yeah.
It's good, man.
Nice.
Did a couple of beach trips up to Uriwa. Yeah, man. Because my wife's family's not really a beach family. They're more of a pools family,
Yeah,
They're like Parakai, where we were back in the day, Point Erin. The one time they went to Point Erin, I was saying, we should get beach. No one wants to listen to me. My wife's like, you're the boss in your family, not of our family. So they went to Point Erin, and then Funda Lemia. Then everybody out, everyone out. So they paid, got in. They had to wait 30 minutes, and then they got another warning. Oh, sorry guys, the pool's closed. And I was like, okay, man. Like we literally came from a sunny ass West Auckland into town. Yeah. And it was freaking Gimu and Funda, bro. Like it was literally like too hot. Like we were in singlets. Ended up getting into town. It was like jumpers. Oh, I should have put some pants, man. It's like what the hell? But nah, good Christmas, man. But bit tough on the gas, though, bro. Fucking price of gas didn't drop at all. Yeah, man.
Taking everyone around.
Shout out to my bro Leah for giving me his car. It was only choice before a day. I ended up having to for me some months, so still parked up at home, me. But it just made a difference, bro. When the in-laws came over, I was like, oh fuck, just take the truck, man. Fuck, none of this, there's no room. There's room. Make room, man.
Was it like a 12-seat or something? A van?
Nah, so they had my truck, And Kita's car, she obviously had her car. Nux got her car. But then, how's Letty going to work?
Oh,
So my sister took my truck up and off. She didn't leave me a car valet as well. Like her car valet wasn't, drivable. So one of the bros just gave me his car. Bro, just use it. I'm not back to work till Jan 16th. So shuttles. So my one of my bros, Elliot, bro. Love you, bro. He's the man. He is the man. But nah, that's pretty much my Christmas. What about you?
Christmas, man, I went down to mum's and had breakfast there with my sisters and their family. And but sisters and their families and all the kids. So we had a big breakfast there. Brought some food down to cook on a barbecue. It was not like a barbecue like with meat in there. It was just like a breakfast kind of barbecue with like bacon, eggs.
Oh yeah, nice.
And mushrooms and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we just had a big. It was like a brunch. Ended up to be brunch because it was like 11 o'clock, just before lunch. So yeah, we just had a feed there and sort of lined stomach for later on that night because it was my missus' family. They were gonna come over on that night because they planned this big cocktail competition.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
So how they did it, we were partnered up with members of the family. Our names were drawn out of a hat, and so each of us got a partner to be a team. And so what the rules were that you had to come up with a cocktail, and you'll be judged on presentation and taste and all that kind of stuff. So we had to bring our own our glasses because we had to serve like 14 people.
What
so
the hell?
We had to have 14 cocktails to give to everyone to sip on and judge. So yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty fun too because so I was partnered up and came up with this Hawaiian theme. And there's actual a cocktail called a Blue Hawaii.
Yeah.
And what's in there? It's like a coconut cream, Bacardi rum, and blue curacao, which is like a orange liqueur, but it's dyed blue. So it turns everything you put that in, it turns it blue. And pineapple juice. So I mixed all that up, 14 glasses of that, and I shook that all up, and then had a shot on the side with a different kind of drink, but it was blue as well. And that and played Blue Hawaii in the background on the
and you were
on the stereo.
The entrance music solid.
You were in Hawaiian shit too, eh?
Nice.
And it had some ulas too to give to everyone, to give to the judges. So we ulled the judges when we presented our drink. Yeah, man. And at the end we came second. So,
nice.
So
who came
we
first?
just lost by 1 point. 1 point. So.
Wait, who did you have sober judges?
Oh, I don't know if they were sober at the end of it, but no, it was fun. Everyone came up with cool sort of presentations.
What was the winning name? The name of the winning cocktail?
It was called the Cyclone. I don't know because I never knew about what Cyclone was. And Cyclone was the ice box you get.
Oh, yeah,
the frozen ones
with the colors.
That's the one with the line. Picture of the line.
I think so.
Yeah, that's one. Yeah.
Apparently, all the kids love it. So it was based around that. So it was like a ice block kind of, like a slushy kind of texture to it. Yeah.
Yeah, they would have gone down well, mixed with anything.
I saw because I watched the story. There was one of them. They had glow sticks or something,
Yeah.
and they put it in the cup, and then they turned all the lights off and they walked on the outside with it. What was that one called?
I don't know, but it didn't taste good.
Okay.
But man, presentation for me, that was the winning presentation for me because turning off the lights and putting the glow stick in there, blowing the cups up, it looked mean, man. At night, it looked mean.
Oh man!
But no, it wasn't that tasteful way. It was like sweet. It was like sweet as like I'm not like a sweet kind of. When it comes to alcohol, for me, I'm not the sweet kind of style. Yeah. So, but it was like sweet as.
Yeah, that little sting.
Yeah, it was like wow.
Oh man!
But no, that was that one. Yeah.
Well, your New Year's. What did you get up for your New Year's, guys?
New Year's I had a quiet one. Just I had just bang on New Year's I was by myself in the lounge watching a movie.
What?
Nice.
Midnight?
At midnight, and I went to sleep about 12:15. So I was real tired and I went to sleep.
Wow. Yeah.
Sounds similar to me. Because we got back from everywhere. We were heading back home. But then I was about the dog. Fucking, you see my dog, bro. He's a freaking pain in the ass, eh?
Yeah.
Then I was like, but that's cruelty if I leave him outside, eh? Because he's already had to go at the gate. Like, I can see all these new fresh wood chippings that he's been biting the gate.
Yeah.
So I ended up just staying there. But I ended up just jumping on YouTube and watching Empty Out the Clip, bro. And I just try to sync it so it just carried on playing through.
Yeah.
Because I was playing off my phone, but then the fireworks started getting louder. Like, I tried to play music for him. I ended up getting the speaker, putting it right next to the wash house and fucking turned it up. I ended up waking up to it because the song's finished. Then I looked up, it was like, oh, episode's finished. And then I checked my phone. But because my phone was synced to it and was in the wash house, I didn't have it on me, otherwise the music would stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just lonely. Bro, catching up on sleep, man.
Yeah, I think after the countdown in town, we went out to Mission Bay. We went, bought Macca's and we went out to Mission Bay. And then after that, I dropped my friend off, and then I went back home and I was watching. I think it was the NBA game. And this was like it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I watched the NBA game, fell asleep. I didn't feel like drinking.
Oh, it was Sunday too, eh?
Yeah, maybe that played a part in it.
Yeah, it just felt foreign. Even having Christmas on a Sunday.
Yeah. No, yeah, it was just, I think I just enjoyed the time of just not, oh man, rushing over here, getting drunk or whatever. Because I remember the year before, we were at Cam's house, and we drank till like 6, 7 in the morning. I think we had our barbecue at like 5 in the morning or something. We're drinking all night, and then we're hungry now. Let's do the barbecue at 3 in the morning. Man, but yeah, it was just a good vibe, good buzz this year for myself.
Good on you, bro. That's the one.
So, boys, you know what? I think we'll do a memory lane later on about your memorable New Year's, because I just one just came up on my mind, but it'll be a good segment to touch on that. But for our first topic today, guys, I don't know if everybody's been looking on there, because this will be part of the what's trending on social media as well. So I'm talking about the Toa Samoa parade in Samoa. So the team managed to get over there to Apia and to do a parade and to celebrate their achievements at the World Cup with with the motherland, because that's the first place I thought that they should have had it. And it's really good to them to go and acknowledge the motherland and everybody there, because man, you see all those kids, man, they're just happy, and if you saw the
especially
scenes
for Christmas, and the New Year, and like it was one thing to just beat Tonga and then make the semi, and bro, we saw how the parades were here. Were like everything was going off. People were late to work and stuff, but then to make the final, even though we didn't win, bro, we pretty much made history.
Yeah, man.
So now it's good, bro. I reckon, man, just to have them back home, bro, and just the energy was something else, man. Just from the videos that I saw, I almost got to the point I wanted to stop watching because one of my mates was over there.
Oh,
yeah, that's Lorenzo with New Fame. Jealous, man. But man, mad love to that guy flexing all the KP offals, man. I was like, surely. But yeah, it's just because he was going live and recording, and just even just doing his little commentary that he was doing. Like I was like, bro, it's going off, eh? But even like I think it was Joey was the first to land. I think he was the first to land, and he was straight into the village, man, and he got a title. He got a title. I don't know what it was. I think I just saw snippets of it, but yeah, pretty out of it, man. And he was the one in the tour who had the least knowledge of the language and the culture, eh? But that's pretty cool seeing that.
Just make a shout out to my cousin's husband, who's members of the V8 car club in Samoa, and that was the cars that they were using for the parade.
Hey, wow,
nice. It was awesome to see. It's cool. But it was cool because you saw each of the players had a car each, but they wrote on the windows the name and stuff. And I saw Jerome Luai's car, and he had Owale Bese on the front.
Yeah, bro. Bro, that's how funny that stuff was. Like, so when I saw Lorenzo going live, and then he was actually on the stage, bro, and he was like actually hyping up like he was the hype man.
Yeah.
The next minute, fucking Mr. T standing behind him, and he goes, you know what this is, you know, get a lot of piss. Oh my, 1, 2, 3. Then, bro, they started playing his intro. Bro, Mr. T's on the stage like rapping behind him, and I was like, stick, bro. But at the same time, I was like, wow. And then that's when Fritzy does his introduction. They're gonna introduce every player one by one, bro. And then when Jerome White comes on, he's like, "Old Pepsi, old Pepsi." Bro, that crowd's like just going nuts,
Man.
Especially all those Penrith boys when they get up.
Yeah,
They got probably the loudest applause. Like, fuck.
I think I saw a little bit of the footage where they're doing the Siva goal, but
Yeah,
I think they're slapping each other's back.
yeah.
I saw that's probably the
So,
only footage I've seen.
Because I know they did it. Must have been like a fear night at one of the resorts that Brian Soto and Crichton go to.
Oh yeah.
And they get up, and he's slapping Brian's back.
Yeah, oh yeah. Man, yeah.
But that would have been a buzz, the way to go, like, especially after getting married and go there holiday.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It was cool because I first saw it on the Toa Samoa official Instagram. They went live, and I think they're in the van going to the parade.
Yeah.
Or the whole team was in the van, and they were like passing the phone around, just doing their little shout outs or little turn at doing the video, which was pretty cool. And then it stopped, but you could actually go on, if you follow any of the players on social media, they all went live at some stage.
Yeah.
So you could jump on each
Just follow their.
Yeah, follow there. So I followed Martin's one, and on his, and then there was Drone's one too, or stuff like that. So that was cool. It's cool to get insight on all the perspectives of the players, and jump on their lives, because everyone was going on live, and 581 was going on live.
Yeah.
Coconut TV was going live. So it was every iSpy radio.
Oh,
as well.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. That's so awesome. To like, and man, shout out to the Samoan collectors, man, because he's been like, "Are we gonna get one?"
Are they still coming over?
No, that was supposed to be. I think the date say like I'm sure I saw like a 27, 28, but
Of Jan.
yeah, possibly here. But then I was like, "Damn, man, that's gonna be too busy."
Yeah.
But then when I saw Lorenzo was like leaving, then I realized like, fuck, this guy's going. There's the reason why he's going out. Then I just click. Fuck, he's going for the tour. Oh, that's lucky, dude, man. Must be nice, huh?
Did you guys catch that Samoa Observer article on everyone went to the airport to greet members of the tour, and was it one person, or was Chanel to be the heifers?
Oh, yeah.
The only person coming from that plane. I think he was the only one came from New Zealand. No.
Oh, true.
Oh.
But
So it was packed.
It was packed at the airport.
And there's only one player
It was
there.
only him. But Samoa Observer did the article on it. And I saw all the comments, everyone just cracking up laughing.
But you know how they did that Sweet Litty's Matai? Like, bro, because of all the news at that time, like I was trying to follow the Observer's one on it. But it's like, bro, like he obviously went, because it didn't look like he was being mobbed at the airport, but just how fast, like, it almost felt like it was like 10 o'clock, then it was 2:30 in the afternoon. But like, they went from seeing him at the airport to like, it was like he must have went straight to wherever he got his title, and it was just in his...
Got it, yeah.
Yeah, and then he was getting his ceremony, like, done straight away.
Wow. Hey, talking about titles, there was something I saw on Instagram that I think Shaquille O'Neal's gonna get a title too, man.
Is it for real there, or is it just these mocks?
I don't know. It looked pretty legit, but then I was reading the comments, and then some people were like supporting, good on Shaq, for embracing, the Samoan culture, blah blah blah.
But he's got deep pockets there. That's all
Yeah,
good.
of course, bro. He can get any title. But then there's another comment saying, are we at that state now where anyone can get a title, blah blah blah, like, there was a good debate, but like my own opinion on it, like, if he's willing to get one, it's up to, up to him. But what's his Matai name gonna be?
Mildy.
Shazam. What's this?
You know, it's bound to happen, the monetization of titles, because it is already. So of course, you know, you're gonna take advantage of that. Hey, I think it's just an inevitable thing. Because there's people getting Matai titles like the bloody president of the NZ or NZ rugby, not NZ rugby, the World Rugby
Yeah.
guy. Hey, he got one.
Well, I remember the one they did was that I thought like, hey, like when they did the Tattoos, the movie, and then I think, yeah, they ended up filming some of it. Must have been in Samoa, and then they were like, yeah, we're like, hey,
But-
that's what I was like. He's just filming, like he might have been like a
Oh.
producer. And next minute he's gonna, but
Hey.
was it? I think when the orator was trying to explain the reasoning behind it, was because he was like saying he's going back to Naganu because he's documenting a movie about it.
Yeah.
So that was what they thought. Like, man, that's rich because now people know that the Tata was from Samoa and they don't need to go research it or go to a library because they're making a film about it now.
Yeah.
So that's why they said they gave it to him. But in my head, I was like, are you sure? Man, I don't know. Because I mean, if we went to Africa and we made a cure for like what, malaria or something, I don't think they'll be running to try and give us a Zulu title or anything. This just doesn't make sense. But I guess these Matais are put in places for reasons. So they must know there's a greater good for why they're presenting someone with a title. So,
Yeah, that's a sort of a weird one. Or
the Shaq one.
Yeah.
Oh, actually.
Didn't Henson get a title too?
I wouldn't know.
Steve Henson. I thought he got a title too. I think.
The coach.
Yeah, All Blacks coach.
Well, I know it wouldn't be anywhere near enough for League of Yuka because they don't give them out every day like tissues. Shucks.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I don't know the details of the Shaq one, but I saw the article and I saw the photo of him, and I saw how they were gonna give him a title, but it was through. I didn't read who that family he was connected to. You know that.
Oh yeah.
Because he was in a Samoan guy's house,
Was he?
That house, yeah.
I just know he had the stuff, or you know.
But then I did see there's a Shaq documentary on Neon, I think.
About it.
No, I think it's just his own
Oh.
about his life and that.
Like something recent.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, good on you, Shaq.
My little uncle.
Uncle Shaq. So speaking about Toa Samoa, there was this post about a law firm that was claiming rights or copyrights to Toa Samoa and some of their branding, including some terms in Samoan, which people in the comments, if you read the comments, thought that it's not. It's a common phrase, phrasing on that. But Aumua law firm, they actually posted this. They actually wrote this public notice on the 17th of November, 2022. But I think I just saw it last week and people started to post it last week. So I'll just quickly read it. It's a public notice, intellectual property right infringement. Rugby League Samoa Incorporated has instructed our law firm to inform businesses and individuals that are using, without permission, Rugby League Samoa's logo and the name Toa Samoa, including the Toa Samoa's phrases "uso aso uma," "oelia toa," etc., etc. So that's not specific. Mamanu Designs and the Toa Samoa Sivatau and any part of the Sivatau to cease and desist immediately. The intellectual property rights in the logo, the name Toa Samoa, Manumau, and the Toa Samoa Sivatau belong to Rugby League Samoa. Use of such without permission from Rugby League Samoa can result in legal proceedings, both civil and criminal, particularly for those businesses and individuals who are obtaining income from the alleged infringement of these intellectual property rights. Example, manufacture and printing of apparel, stickers, flags, promotion of websites, sales, promotion campaigns, etc. Our instructions are to pursue legal action against businesses and individuals who are infringing Rugby League Samoa's intellectual property rights. To obtain permission to use, print, and distribute materials that contain Rugby League Samoa's logo, the name Toa Samoa, etc., you must seek written approval from Rugby League Samoa, pay 20% of gross sales to Rugby League Samoa, or a lump sum to be agreed upon, Any approval granted is subject to the terms and the conditions set by Rugby League Samoa at the time the approval is granted.
Wow.
So November 22, but I think heaps of t-shirts were coming out during that time.
Even before
After-
that time.
Before and after that time. So that was an interesting thing when they came out. And I thought, okay, this is something businesses would do, eh?
Yeah, especially all the singer shops, especially all, like local people around here who own screen printing businesses.
Yeah.
But see, that's like if you were to take a photo of a rugby league player or like made a tour, and then he's wearing a tour jersey, but you could blur out the tour and still have everything else.
Oh, okay.
That would be a loophole to how they've presented that. Because unless they're doing it like how the ABs, like for example, Adidas have the exclusive rights to their stuff, no one else. So you never even see duplicates of our All Blacks jersey.
Yeah, no.
That's why you see all these Asian shops pop up with Toa Samoa jerseys. So them trying to sort of put their stamp on us, it's a bit confusing, but it's also like it's a step in the right direction if the Toa Samoa is trying to gain traction like how they did this World Cup they just passed.
Yeah.
So it's a good thing, eh? But then it's also laughable because
Yeah, how are you gonna?
A bit late. Bit late
exactly,
to the party.
bro.
Because I know what you mean.
Exactly.
Because I know what you mean by because there's official apparel, right?
Yeah.
There's official, and I think it'll be shame to copy an official apparel. Like if you came with your All Blacks t-shirt and you made it yourself, and you go out there, it's sort of like everyone knows that's not the the official apparel for All Blacks. So it's that kind of stigma around it.
I reckon, like, remember how we spoke about, like, when Samoa ran out of flags? Like, there were no Samoa flags here. There needs to be, like, an international body, like, something incorporated with Samoa to sort of start with the flag first. Let Samoans in Samoa be the only ones who can duplicate and sell these flags and have it so it's only one business in Samoa and that money goes back to the government or goes back to the villages. If they're going to start doing this with the tour, they need to find a brand, then if not, become its own brand, like Toa Samoa Rugby League, make it its own brand, because that's the only sort of way you can stomp that sort of shit out, eh? Like when people trying to do knockoffs of it, because the reason why I think they've gone to like stuff like brands like Dynasty and then all these other ones, it's because like they get sick of like the wait time, or they get sick of the designs, or they want something fresh, something that doesn't look like what's already been put out. But when you think about it, it becomes like how the Warriors Rugby League jerseys are. There's fucking heaps of them. Hey, and it just changes, then no one all looks the same. Whereas like just in the last recent World Cups, like the Toa jersey hasn't changed much because it still looks the same. But if you look at the Tongan jersey, it's changed so many times and it doesn't look the same. Whereas the Toa Samoa jersey still looks pretty relevant from like the mid-year tests to the to the World Cup.
Didn't Mighty Tonga do the same thing?
Yeah, but remember how they had the falling out with the official Mate Matonga actual board? And so they went under another thing, I think it was another banner, but they applied to the Rugby League International Federation to have that waived, because the players, they sort of said, well, if you want the game to happen against Australia, you need to actually have us play, which is the playing list. And that was the playing list that the coach, their Wolf had, whereas the International Mate Matonga Federation said, because that's why they ended up trying to go to court, eh? Because they were like saying, look, we're trying to stand Wolf down, he needs to go. But the players were like, no, if Wolf goes, we'll go. So they ended up just saying, look, you can compete in their game against Australia, but it can't be under the Mate Matonga brand.
See, that was confusing to me, the MMT thing, that drama there, because the way I see it, at the end of the day, any money going from merchandise or ticket sales or anything to do with the team, that money should be going back to the team. To build up the team. Build up like the pathways for the kids to come up. Juniors, the money going into all that. Now if they were fighting over something, like maybe the thing was someone else wanted the money or they wanted the money, and because if it was going to the cause of the team, then there shouldn't be a problem with anything.
I know, like, because I got close friends whose family are tied into that makeup of the Rugby League Tonga, and like some of them coach Tonga, and it seemed pretty straight up forward, eh? Like if you got an account, and then you got an account that's obviously giving money to some of the players, or not all the players, or everyone's getting a cut. You obviously want to be you got to be as transparent as you can, to the point that if you got audited, like if someone was to come in and go, how did you spend that 50 grand? You want to see it's every cent's gone, right? But when Wolf and they were in charge, even with Hapuari and that, they were just using the card like it was just being used. And so when the Rugby League International, when Tonga, like Mate Tonga, their federation asks, where's these statements? They couldn't produce them. And so Wolf took it as in like, oh, you don't trust me. But it's a simple question. It's like, oh, can we just see the bank statements? He obviously turned it because apparently he had used it for his wife and that to stay somewhere. And that's where it all started to get all shady.
Man.
And then they had a falling out. This is where they had an agreement with the dynasty. Well, they couldn't produce the goods because, bro, they had all these orders, but they still had a contract with FIDA. So they already moved. So all of that stuff was happening. So it was like, they couldn't be as transparent as what they wanted to. But it's because they were being local, man. That's what it was. But like, yeah, when it starts getting messy like that, that's when you be like, bro, there's too many hands. Or like, too many guys with control of what they can do with that, money.
The interesting thing about this this public notice that came out, the date, 17th November 2022. How long has Toa Samoa been around? Is it because they were winning that they jumped in?
Well,
and
it probably is, man. It probably definitely is, eh? Like, but I mean, if they really, really thought about it, because I remember they did that with Tag as well. Like, there was one World Cup and they had it over in Coffs Harbour, and so tag is supposedly like the fastest growing sport in South Pacific. But you get onto a New Zealand Nationals, like fucking, there's so many teams, right? And then they've done it like with the South Pacific games, but they've added tag to the. They had a Toa Samoa, or they had a tag Samoa, but then they have like tag Samoa Queensland, tag Samoa like Wellington, Auckland, and so they took it upon themselves to not run it past the government. And when Tulipa caught wind of it, he said, anyone trading using that brand, New Samoa, you can see you're going to be cancelled. And he made it international. That's the news. So all these teams were ready to go to Coffs Harbour. They couldn't go as Samoa. They had to go as an invitation team because they hadn't gone through the right channels. They just took it upon themselves like, okay, look, we'll just do this. We have an open trial, pick the best places and we'll go. So they ended up going to their tournament, but almost embarrassed because like fuck, they didn't even go through the right channels. Where Israel and us got their blessings from like the Cook Islands, Tahiti, Tokelau, even like New Zealand. But it was like for them to go like that, it's like bro, it has to be done properly. You gotta go through the right channels, make sure that everything's done properly, like due process, and the right people they need to know are informed. Because that's a shambles, But it seems like after this World Cup, Samoa's got a bit more traction, and a bit more people want to be part of it, but they want to do it properly without it biting them in the foot, Because this is the worst thing you can do, bro. It's like if you got one person offside, fuck, you can bet that person, if they haven't got their way or they're not happy, they'll fucking do everything to take you down. And even if it means like, oh fuck, we'll get rid of that guy, and they'll do it,
So is anything with the Toa Samoa, like, say for example, this said Toa Samoa, I'll get questioned.
Yeah. Or it's anything that the person that sold you that will get in trouble. Because that money should be, says here, they should be giving 20% of those funds to Toa Samoa. Or get permission first.
What was some of the the wordings, like Uso Aso Oma, something like that? Or that.
Yeah. So that was a phrase that they've copyrighted.
I'll get me one plain shirt and then I'll print Toa Samoa here, and then I'll have everything that you know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more on the mass. It's the mass production of it. It's coming from that point of view. If you're gonna do a mass run of it, they want to see some of that come back to Rugby League Samoa. Yeah. But I mean, in terms of the trading, bro, like, bro, that's the thing, man. Some people might say, "Fuck, that colour's been freaking around since Maliakoa, like the turn of the century." Like, they can't come straight out and say it because remember Daniel Video before he went to WWE, he was the one who said, "Otoa Samoa Vale." Hey, he said it, and he said that's when they all stand up and do the also asuma. So for them to leave out the first part, it's like, oh well, see, Daniel Vito might have said to them, oh no, you can't use that. That's mine. And like, and there's players that have said, oh no, yeah, it was Daniel V that said,
Oh,
let's do this, and then it stayed, But no, at least I don't know. I think they,
It's a bit late, but at least they're doing it now. Eh?
yeah, like trying to send, like,
Is
say,
that law
like,
firm with Samoan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Salmon law firm with with Gmail account email accounts.
yeah.
Oh.
But hopefully, like, they can actually set it up properly. Like I'm not, yeah. Like for me, like on the old boys forum, the KUB one, like I make sure no one fucking tries to do KUB because it's not authentic.
Yeah.
It doesn't become authentic if someone else is trying to run it or run it through, or use your platform to try and sell on other stuff.
Yeah.
Have you got a copyright on that?
Nah, because I don't own it. It's the Brotherhood. It belongs to the Brotherhood. But if they're gonna do it, but then I'm saying the same thing. I'm like, oh fuck. So what's the old boys getting? What's the Brotherhood getting from you selling on your offals? And they go, oh, I never thought of it like that. And it's like, well, there's a lot of things you gotta consider,
Well,
Like-
it gives you protection. Other people doing it.
Yeah, or people know, man, because of the years. People like, you can use the same fonts, but you change the years, or then
Is
That's
anyone
on
else
you.
trying to copy, like,
yeah, they get shut
duplicate
down
it?
big time, man. Because mostly because the commission are all the older boys, and like and there's a couple of lawyers there too, man. They're like, nah, bro.
Oh,
Like we haven't actually trademarked it, but it's like it's not gonna come with like good grace. Like we're gonna go do it.
Oh yeah, because the younger generation that finished Kelston and they might want to start their own one. Eh?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Is like if you got more, like they say, oh, bro, it's good, man. We got heaps of guys doing it. But then you get a whole lot of other guys going, where are these freaking whiteys? You're always gonna get it, no matter what. Like
Yeah.
people are gonna be, oh nah, I got these ones. But that's why I use it officially. Like, so if I put the drop up, it's like, nah, bro, you gotta put something on, or you gotta give back to the school some way. But you gotta just make sure you go through the right channels, bro.
There's ways around it. Like I remember when the fans made up the phrase "Go to Manu" with the
Yeah.
fist. That's independent, kind of different, not part of Manu Samoa, not official, but someone made that as the fans thing, and now it's a big thing, eh?
Yeah.
The,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Go
the
to
Manu.
Manu, that phrase now. So whoever made that up has made it into a brand, supporting the Samoa team, but it's not part of Manu Samoa, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
maybe that's probably the next phase and how the fans can own something, be a part of Toa Samoa, like create their own kind of phrase and make it popular.
Yeah.
Just hopefully that they can source their own manufacturer and it's theirs that they don't run
one,
out.
like,
Yeah, man. Like,
one.
or even if they sell it, like how the EBs have sold it to like a couple, but they're the only ones who can like
Yeah.
manufacture it.
True, yes.
Because like you can't even buy seconds like stuff of All Blacks jerseys. Like it's unheard of, right?
Okay, like,
Because it's like if it's $150, that's how much it is everywhere they manufacture it. Whereas over with the Samoan jerseys, it's like, oh, they got knockoffs, bro, and they're just seconds, factory seconds. And like, 45, it's 46, But man, they'll become rich overnight, man, if they just did it like that, manufactured it themselves and owned it. So it's a step in the right direction, I suppose.
Good example is the Auckland Blues first jersey,
Yeah,
first
yeah,
year
yeah.
jersey. Yeah. Like if
Oh,
you got
the
that one,
chicken.
that's
That's
the
the
chicken one.
OG.
That's the OG jersey,
Mm.
like vintage jersey. Same as the Warriors. Warriors first jersey.
Yeah.
You keep those and you have two pairs and keep one put one in the frame. It's worth a bit. So yeah, I think for me, I hope Toa Samoa gets a proper sort of like you said, manufacture and get proper uniform, like proper distinctive uniform. And the Manu Samoa has their one. They changed their logo.
Yeah. So like a piece or more.
Yeah, and Toa Samoa, has that name Toa Samoa and distinctive pattern on their jerseys every year. Every different versions of their jerseys make it official brand, official just official merchandising.
Yeah.
And then people can start purchasing that, and then when people, like I said before, like when people print support gears for themselves, people can automatically tell, oh, that's not official.
Yeah.
That's just a printed. So but that devalues the
Yeah.
when you do that, it devalues the people that just print off
Yeah.
things.
But it does show a win though, because I think they could not keep up with the mass production of just having particular gears like the ABs do, because they'd have to have an official outlet, like like the Adidas. Like I think it's where you can go. The Rugby Experience, they got a shop there, and it's just full of AB stuff, and it's all these stuff like the hoodies, scarves, jackets, off-field gear. Whereas if Samoa just concentrated on like their like polo shirts, the plain jerseys, shorts, not even the socks. Even if they just concentrated on that, they wouldn't have to worry about supporters gear. Let all the people that do it locally do the supporters gear, because it's a win-win for everyone, you know. Because in the end, people are like, "Fuck, I want a jersey."
Yeah.
I want a proper jersey.
One.
But then that's where they're gonna come across that. Oh fuck, sorry man. Then you come on 2XL. and that's the window for the guys, the princes, to be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go to Philippines, gonna run some ones, just change the badges, like, you know. So it's good, man. It's a good step in the right direction, I reckon.
Nice, boys. Okay, the common theme in Christmas every year is fuck, everybody's eating too much, man. And man, I ate so much breakfast that I didn't eat it anymore that night because it was all about. It was kind of fitting because I wanted to line my stomach for all those cocktails that I was gonna drink that night. So yeah, man. But all the leftovers, man. Oh, that was the main thing, man. All the leftovers. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, and no one wanted to take leftovers because everyone else got leftovers too. So,
Yeah.
So it's like a whole lot of food that went to waste in the end. But speaking about food, man, let's talk about some food reviews. So before we had Christmas and after our last episode of last year on Empty Out the Clip, we went over to the also ladies' house for barbecue, end of year Empty Out the Clip barbecue. Myself, I was and Eric, and what a spread, man! What a spread. How's the spread?
Oh man, that was like I was saying before, guys. There was the thing is, like when I ate at the barbecue, right? I was full. I was like, nah, I'm not taking anything home, you know. And then what was funny is that in the middle of the night, woke up from my food coma, and then I was like, damn, I wish I made me a plate.
Oh, very.
I wish I made me a plate, But no, the spread was nice. The barbecue, love the mac and cheese, the chicken curry, that was off. That was on, man.
I love the ham. That was melts in your mouth, ham.
Potato salad. No, that was a nice. It was to me. It was like perfect. Finished that podcast, had a mint and straight off the barbecue. The chicken.
So people who don't know, like I think on the last five Empty Out the Clips, I started to tell the bros here like how much you can buy and how much you can feed your ainga with $40. I buy the meat, so I might have spent $40 on meat, which is like some sirloin steaks and maybe some chicken Was it chicken drumsticks, which was like $5 a kilo at the moment. So 4 packets of that, and the girls got a ham from work. So my wife said, "Oh, we'll do the ham," and everything else didn't really cost much because I've made a shirimi. It was like a shirimi cheese and a potato salad. So oh man, I fell in love with the chicken that Cam's bought. He bought some Thai chili chicken and I barbecued that. Probably burnt it a bit, just not my sangi cooking with so much marinade. That sticky marinade. But it goes to show, man, like, they need to spend like hundreds of dollars just to feed like a big group, especially because my kids eat like men too, But I appreciate you guys being able to come over and bask in the meat.
Nah, shortlist.
There's my dog, bro. My dog, he was eating good, bro. He was eating good. We probably had like two more meals out of those leftovers, and then, bro, the kids are like, because honestly, on Christmas also, the only thing I ate was raw fish and taro. Because every other week we've pretty much been eating like that, So it wasn't like, oh, no, I'm good.
Oh, what was the meal that you, on Christmas Day, that you had was, did it for you?
Oak Hill potato. So one of my wife's aunties makes an Oak Hill potato. It's sort of like a potato salad, but it's a potato salad cheese with breadcrumbs. It's good, bro. That was like, yeah, man. It's like, my wife's auntie makes that. So they didn't even come because they just, my mother no made a list and like, oh, could you make one of these? So she would have baked something, given it to her. She would have dropped that off. But yeah, because of everything else we've had every other week, I'm like, oh, sort of over it. Eh? So I just had the oko potato and the raw fish and some taro.
Oh, man.
That's all I ate on Christmas. Yeah, didn't have any ham. Was over the ham, over the chop suey, over the chicken.
I can tell you one thing now, guys. Man, I am barbecued out, man.
Yeah, not me, not yet, bro, not
out.
yet.
Damn, so much barbecue, man. I'm just barbecued.
What
out.
about the Smacky barbecue place in Edison?
Except for that place, because when it comes to low and slow barbecue, man, I'm putting my hand up every day, man, for that shit. But my food review for today is a new place in Henderson, a new low and slow barbecue place. What was it called? I just texted it to you guys.
Isn't it that? It's low and slow barbecue or something?
No, they do low and slow barbecue, but it's called Smokeland Barbecue, and it's in Henderson. And it's a small place. It's there's one table you can eat in, but it's sort of like mainly takeaway. But it's a one man crew in that place. His name's Leo. Shout out to Leo, and he came from the White Lady, actually. He worked at the White Lady making burgers and decided to go on his own. He moved out west and he opened that place, Smokeland Barbecue, Henderson. And yeah, man, it's because when it comes to low and slow barbecue, there's not many places like that in Auckland. There's one in Central Greyland, there's one in Pakuranga, there's one in Kumu, there's one in town as well, in Potami. But there's not many low and slow places. If you like low and slow cooked brisket or pork belly or ribs, St. Louis ribs or pork ribs.
Pork belly.
Yeah, man. There's not many places around Auckland, but I'm just glad that one popped up out west because it's the only place other than Kumu that's out west. So I was interested to go check it out. So I did go check it out. I met the owner and I ordered 250 grams of brisket, 250 grams of pork belly, and half a rack of spare ribs.
Price wise,
4 sides. 4 sides were wedges, fried rice, corn on the cob, and coleslaw.
How much did that cost?
So it's $14 for the 250 grams of brisket, $14 for the pork belly.
Fuck, that's alright, eh?
I think it was 14. Yeah, it's around. It's under $20 anyway, under 15.
Bruh.
And then the sides, you get 4 sides for $12. So yeah, it was out of everything, because I don't know if it was because I was late, because I came late, and they were almost shut, so I had the last pieces of food. So when I got the ribs, it wasn't like it didn't look, the ribs were already pulled off the bone. So it was just a mess in the thing, but it just tasted like ribs anyway.
Saves you time.
Saves time. And I thought the brisket was just already covered in all the sauce, so you couldn't really taste the brisket itself. The juiciness of it, so it was all covered in sauce, but it was tender, and it was alright, the brisket. But my favorite was the pork belly. So that was yum, man. That was yum.
That's always my favorite, man.
Yeah, that was yum. I've had some dry pork belly in other places, but this was like juicy. It tasted good.
Just for that.
It tasted good, man. But yeah, that was my experience for that. The sides for me, again, I think it was because of late at night. It was the last of the few. So the fried rice was a bit overcooked, and the corn on the cob was a bit dry. The wedges were alright, and the coleslaw was alright too. So I think as far as low and slow barbecue goes, there's places I would drive all the way to, like in Pakuranga. There's a place called Smoky Wheels. Their briskets are on, man, and it's cheap too.
Yeah, and their bell buttons are nice too.
Nice, man. The bell buttons, yeah. So that will be my number
yeah,
2
yeah.
place. My number 1 place will be Cole's BBQ in Grey Lynn. They're the best slow, but they're pretty expensive. So yeah, I think this place, because it's close, because it's just up the road, in Henderson, and it's
Out of 10.
closest place. I think I'll just go there just for that. So out of 10, I'll give it a 6.
All right.
I'll give Cole's BBQ a 9. I'll give Smoky Wheels 8,
Nice.
and this place is 6.
Man,
That's my review.
I think I want to go do some ribs now, because I've seen like the racks and back and say for like 17, 16, 20 bucks.
Mm.
It's whole racks. So you might just go get some chuckles, some
Hey.
mustard, slow cook some, try it out.
Cause I go to the cause I just live up here in Henderson now. I just go to the I get a Henderson Pick and Save. They actually got some good deals there.
Yeah. That's
With
like
the meat.
And the first when you walk in those fridges, I've seen all the racks there.
Yeah. Oh
And, like,
yeah.
That's why I say, bro, they're coming down. Price, like, this is a good time to buy something.
And Henderson, eh?
Henderson,
Yeah.
So,
But they're frozen, eh? Just gotta forward out
Frozen,
and
yeah. But yeah, if you could do like maybe 2 or 3, fuck this, like $17. Like I went and bought one from a fundraiser that Newland Stags did, and it was like $22 for the rack. I ended up buying like 4 racks.
Oh damn.
So that was cheap, man, and they were smoked slow as well.
I bought me because I stay by myself, right? So I've been just doing my own shopping, doing my own meals. I bought me, it was like $14 at Pick and Save, but it was pork chops, and they were big, 2 massive big ones, But I fried one up last night, and it was just nice.
See, you just bought 2 big pork chops, right? You could, so that must be like at least 600 grams. There's 600 grams worth of pork, because it's like works out to be or either 600 or 800. This is like $7 for 400 grams. If you can use all that meat to make a big pot of chop suey, man.
Oh yeah.
It's like
yeah.
people don't
Cut it
realize,
up.
like, if you cut it up and put it in a bowl, fucking you realize, but that's a big portion there. But yeah, man, I'm like buzzing up. But this,
Yeah, actually,
cook
yeah,
for
okay.
real Congo fear if you actually look around. The only thing I noticed that is expensive these days is like the fruit and veg.
Oh yeah.
Like Pack and Save like capsicums, because I made a couple of crab salads, and I was like, on Christmas Eve they were like $2.50 each.
Oh yeah.
And when I went back in Boxing Day, fucking they were $2
Oh.
each. That's for the green and yellow. But then you get a fucking counter in Henderson. It's $5 a bag, man, mixed color.
Oh wow.
So it's like, you gotta shop around.
We
man.
got it, yeah.
Watermelon's like $4.99 a kilo. I'm like, damn it, man! Like, come on, waiting for these trucks to park on the side of the road. These trucks they're just going, we do all the watermelons from Pukekohe and shit. See, whoever's got those trucks, man, come on, park out west, man. So watermelon.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention I cooked on Christmas Day was a leg of lamb. So
Oh, yeah.
we were at Pack and Save in Westgate, because someone said that Pack and Save is cheaper than all the other Pack and Saves around because of Costco.
Yeah.
And it's always packed there. It was packed when I was there.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Pick and Save.
Westgate Pack and Save.
Oh.
But they got heaps of specials there. But I grabbed myself a leg of lamb, a frozen leg of lamb. It was about $29, $30. So I just thawed it out and I put it on the web array. So I cut out the hip bone out of it, and I just stuck it on the Weber. Hour 45, just right, man.
Hey.
Yeah, it was nice.
We gotta do a tandoori cook one day with a leg of lamb from frozen, 45 minutes. Pure, man, cooked all the way through. Yeah, that's pretty good. But he's gotta get the heat right. You gotta get just before it starts to start popping like the embers. You just as it's going grey, I can put it offset it. Put it up off the heat. Close it with a lid. Man, 45 minutes, bro. Do an episode. Yeah, it's cooked. It's cooked. But even do some potatoes and shit, man.
See, the thing with me, like, I get too hungers, so last night when I fried my pork chop, I put it on 7, which is the highest, right? And I just left it there. And then when I went to go turn it, suddenly one whole side was like burnt, And I'm like, fuck. had turned it down, then I learned from ones, that's okay, just put on 5 and just, But yeah, like to me, when I get hungry like that, man, I just wanted the fastest because I put it out during the day.
But pork's like chicken. You gotta cook it through.
You cook it through.
Yeah, pork's like chicken. You gotta. It has to be cooked right through, otherwise it gets sick.
Oh, okay.
Not like beef and lamb. You can have it rare.
Oh man, I just see because I don't. I'm one of those cooks that Oh yeah, that's enough. I don't go by. So how I cook my chicken, as soon as I see it boiling, then it's gonna be like I'll leave it boiling for like 20-30 minutes. But obviously I check the chicken. And then if I if I get a sore stomach, then I know okay, I gotta leave it on a little bit longer. I'm one of those cooks.
Nah, man, I'm grateful for being able to do the 6 weeks of just buying for a budget, man.
Nice.
Because yesterday we had a kongai for my wife's family, and again I was like looking at my girl. All she had to do was make a trifle. So she said she went and bought the stuff for the trifle today because no one had bloody sponge for a trifle.
Yeah.
And I did the cook, but then I got her to just help me do the salads. So I had like 3 things going all on at one time, and I managed to have enough time to we'll go see my parents at the cemetery. And then by the time we took the food over to the in-laws, I was like, see, man, my time management is bang on, man. Because everything was already cooked, so we're just waiting for everyone else to finish cooking.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm grateful that I can do it, just under the pump as well.
Oh, man. See, yesterday we had, my brother and his wife, and my niece came over. So no heavy stuff. They bought chicken, bread rolls, mayo, cabbage, lettuce. So we just had sandwiches. Because, Christmas Day, man, so when I left my parents' house, they gave me a tray that lasted like the next day, and then they'll have to eat everything on the last, that next day. Man.
Yes, like that, eh?
Yeah.
Even my daughter from intermediate, she was like, chop suey. You better eat that shit. You better eat it. You're not like it. Mom, over chop suey. It's a chicken chop suey.
We gotta come back. It's to yours, bro. That was a sicky barbecue.
So, boys. So, we're going down memory lane. Do you guys remember the best or one of the memorable New Year's Eves, New Year's Days, New Year's midnight you guys had?
Yeah, I'll go first, bro. Like, man. So, even though I spent New Year's by myself, and because it was my wife's family's like kind of busy because they were here from Wales and that. But like, I just reflected over the year and like just thinking about my cousins who had passed and my auntie who had passed, and it was sort of like a bittersweet sort of like thinking about them, like like it's not until like like New Year's, bro, like it's supposed to be like a new start, a new chapter, and like another year's gone, but just remembering them, man, like I spoke about my cousin Rob, like he was the Mr. Suave. He used to always tell me about how he's like cooking over skating or just met this new girl, and bro, so I hadn't listened to any R&B for ages, and like just to post him on my story and like the song that reminds me of him, which is the Asha and Monica Slow Jams. Like when I heard that song, I was like, that's my cousin's song, eh? So like it was just nice to like, man, just think about him, and even my other cousin who passed, but like. When I think about memory lane and New Year's, like one of the best New Year's I ever had was probably at my older brother's house. He had a house up in Caston, eh? But that party is one of those parties. It was just like my older brothers, because they were drinking. I wasn't drinking. I was just cleaning up. But like when you have a party, the people come over, and then they add to the party. So it's like, in total, it would have been like 30 people came over, but they were all showing up at different times.
Yeah.
But it was the most maliest thing because, like, so my brother's not with his wife anymore. But it's just funny because even, like, when you think about some of my cousins and, like, their ages and that, and, like, after one of my other brothers left Auckland, and then, like, 3 months later, oh, they're pregnant. They were conceived on that night. You do the math, right?
Yeah.
But during that night, I remember there was this lady, right? Because my brother used to live in this house in Caston on the corner of Sebula, and bro, it was like a rough house. Eh? Like, literally, like, bro, you saw the house, you'd be like, bro, it must be like a gang member lives there. Eh? But yeah, this lady, just random lady, man, she just waved out. Because my cousin at the time was a comedian. Eh? It was like, she yelled at my sister-in-law, and it was like they went, Ave, and she was like, Lorraine, is that you? Ave, these two, they knew each other. So she just jumped on with her empty bag, sat on the deck, had a glass of wine, and then she started drinking with him. Next minute, she's like walking through the house like she lives there.
What
Up to the
hell?
south to everything. And bro, then my cousin starts dancing for it, but she falls off the deck because they got a deck, but there was no handrails.
Oh my gosh.
But what's my layers because I'm recording it. So I'm recording it, bro. It's the funniest thing, because when she fell, bro, like my heart was like, fuck, is she alright? Bro, but she was still holding her glass. She fell off the deck still holding her glass. And none of it spilled. She's like gangster. And then she got back up, like, because it was like, it was happening so fast. And then all of a sudden, bro, she just disappeared. I was like, where is she? She fell off the deck, man.
But she still had her drink.
She still had her glass, man. She
What a legend.
still like that. And when they helped her back up, she's like, I'll be fine. But topped their glass up. Nothing happened. But I'll never forget that. They like, just like, how the party that turned out was just 6 of them. And then all these people just came over during that night. That was hard case. That would have been like 97. Yeah, 97, 96.
Damn. It's going back. Okay, I remember probably I've had a few memorable New Year's Eve, but the one New Year's, the countdown and everything. There was one time when I was we had a drink out south from my cousin out south when I was in. All I remember, I bought me it was a 12 cans of the 12%, the bourbon. That's all I remember. So, and then next minute, my kid's mum, apparently she left because she saw I was getting too hoarse. She took the kids home, whatever. All I remember getting up from someone's house because everyone were asking where the hell was Avi gone. I was like having a fight with a dog.
Wow.
You know, and then I was out in I don't know, man. I was lost. I just remember waking up and the cop came and woke me up and goes, "Hey, bro, we'll take you to the is it the Clendon where their police station out south?" So I got thrown in the cells on New Year's Day. But I remember because my kid's mum, she came back to pick me up from wherever the cops were, but then she saw how I don't even remember what I was doing, man. She went back home because it was just the kids and they were small, and my cousin just laughed the whole time because he saw me trying to take on a dog like it was those big dogs, you know.
Like it was a lion.
Yeah, like it was a lion or something. But see, you know what? Who I blame? The 12%. That's who I blame, bro. Nah, because all I remember, I was.
Who was it? Who makes that one? William Cody's, eh?
Yeah,
Little.
bro. I blame. No, it snuck up on me, big time, man. Because I was like, cool 12%. You got 1, 2. If I drink the whole 12, the next minute, bro.
Those are dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't make them anymore, eh?
Nah. I wonder why.
Something I said memorable, not forgettable.
Oh, bro, yeah.
Can you imagine that going to the court? Then, what happened?
No, I can't even. Yeah, bro. Apparently, I slept at I woke up at someone's house, and because they called the cops, hey, there's a man out here outside, he's sleeping. And that's why kids now Uncle Avi stays away from all of that bad water, okay? That bad liquid, all right?
Damn.
Yep.
Fuck, man, I got a few memorable New Year's Eve from.
Too many.
Man, I remember missing the countdown because my cousin's car, when we were on the way to town, ran out of gas
Oh,
underneath on the motorway. underneath the bridge on K Road, the
Oh
the,
my
t- the tunnel bit.
Oh, did you just create a queue?
Like there was no cars, luckily, but we had to push our car all the way. And that little gas station is now a liquor store.
Yeah,
It used to be a
yeah.
gas station
Yeah.
on Pitt Street. You had to push it all the way down.
Oh,
But the
damn.
countdown, we missed the countdown because we were pushing the car. But that was one. I remember the other one was me and Eric were in Queen Street. This is year 2000. We got invited to the Planet Hollywood New Year's, just on the spot because this guy just gave us
Tickets.
2 free tickets. Like, I can't go, but you guys can have these tickets. And we were just outside. We were walking down Queen Street, and it was right there. So we just went up, just had Christmas, New Year's up there. But this my memorable one. This is like a little kids. This is a little kids thing, but this is back in 97, 98 when I was young that time. But I remember we had a plan with me and my cousins to go downtown for New Year's, do the countdown there. But we needed some cash, so we actually had a plan to go home, go to our houses and try get some congas and sell them.
Oh my gosh!
So
What?
so I grabbed
What? $10 each?
so I grabbed a couple. Or my other cousins went home, grabbed some, and then we all came to the shop in Bruce Mac. There's that like a island store,
Yeah.
island shop that does transfers.
Oh, Western Union. Yeah.
It's not a Western Union,
Oh.
but it's a private business.
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
send stuff to the islands. But
Accept that.
they're accepting egongas. Man, so we gave them like I don't know how many egongas, but we got I don't know like $70 back.
Back
you know?
then, that was heaps.
That was
eh?
heaps, man. So man, we bought heaps of alcohol. We bought like we bought 12 box of the Steinlagers, but the 40 ounce, 40 ounce Steinlagers. And then man, we put it in the car because we said okay, we gotta go to church for countdown at church. So we put our gongas on. Oh no, we put our gongas on, and then a lot of shirts, and then we went to
Did
church.
the countdown.
We went to church, and it's funny because we were driving to church and you can hear the rattling of the bottles in the back of the car. So we went to church, had countdown at church. After church finished, we just drove all the way to town, and it was packed there because remember that time there was no liquor ban
Yeah,
in town that time. So we parked.
Everyone's drinking.
Yeah, so we parked up on Queen Street, got out of the car, just opened the boot and just got our bottles and just drank just outside the car, just in the middle of Queen Street. I thought it was mean, man,
Yeah,
because
mean
everyone was walking past. We were dressed up like with gungas and a lower shirts,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
just drinking our 40 ounce Steinlagers. I think there was 5 of us just in the line, just outside the car, just drinking. And man, all the people wishing us Happy New Year, and then all the girls like coming up to us, and all the kisses we got, just all night. And then I remember this guy we know from primary school. He was drunk, and he came up to us and he said hi, but he was really drunk. He was wasted,
Yeah.
and then he walked past. I said hi to him, and then he walked past, and then another guy I knew, a Samoan guy that I went to, that was at uni with. He was drunk too. He came up and he goes, Cam, what's up? I need. He wanted to have a fight. He wanted to have a fight because he was angry or something. But he was just
my
wasted
gosh.
as.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm looking for some Tongans. I'm looking for some Tongans. But the guy we know that I met earlier, yeah, he's Tongan. So he ended up giving him a hiding, like further down. And I saw, oh shit, that's He gave him a hiding and he slammed him up against the wall of the shops.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna crash through the shops. It was pretty violent. It was pretty violent.
Drink your bottles.
But we were just,
There's 40 ounces.
yeah, wow, man. It was, but man, I remember those days. Like, I remember that time with no liquor ban. It was different,
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
can't.
drink.
I can remember how much fun everybody had.
Yeah,
Like town was Queen was so packed. There was cars just beeping the horn, stuck in traffic. But there's people walking up and down, and even people like jumping on cars.
Yeah,
It was sort of like the Toa Samoa parades, but,
Yeah,
but everyone is doing it on Queen Street, and people with bottles in their hands are drinking. Because I think everyone there's always the countdown up in Aotea Square. Everyone drinks there and waits for the countdown there, and then they just continue on to all the nightclubs and that. But yeah, there'll probably be some trouble here and there, but I just remember like different kind of vibe, me. Like I can't imagine
Times
that
have
now.
changed there.
Can't imagine that now, eh?
Yeah.
But if you think about the liquor back then as well, there weren't that many. Like there were a lot of wines and stuff, but you didn't have a lot of RTDs. Like that's the difference, eh?
Yeah.
From back then, because you're talking about beers. I mean, even the beer selection, like you probably would have counted at least 6 New Zealand beers, and all the rest were like just Rhineck, double brown,
Yeah.
Steinies back then, sure.
Oh, Steinies, man. That was my first kind of beer I was drank. Steinlager. Didn't get to Hankins till later on, but Steinlagers was the go-to.
Mm.
I remember this one year. I think it might have been the 2000 year or the 2001. It was the first time they did a countdown at church, and we were allowed to drink.
Oh,
Yeah,
at church?
Yeah, at church. And I remember we were all the boys we were drinking, and I was the first. I think I was the first one that went up and gave a glass of something to our whewhiau. Yeah, and then all I remember about that night was, man, I think my kid's mum came picked me up from church, took me home. I was I was a light drinker too, man. I remember that. I was lightweight back then.
Man. But now, these days, man, the last probably 5 years, just had quiet New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Just at home by myself or just sleep. I think last year I just slept through it. Maybe the last 3 out of 5 years, I've just slept through New Year's.
Oh, the whole day.
I slept through, missed the countdown.
Yeah,
I've been asleep
Oh.
in bed,
I like hitting the beach, eh? Like that to me is the summer. Like that summer to me, like you gotta hit the beaches, eh? Even though there's a lot of beaches that have been like red flagged, like you can't, it's not safe to swim in that. But bro, you gotta hit the beach, man. We're surrounded by them, eh?
Yeah.
Especially for the families that come over from Melbourne and be like, "He's a so lucky man." Like
Which beach did you go to, Liz?
everywhere. I always go up there.
Yeah.
I enjoy it up there. But it's just like, it's sad that because my kids, like, they know how to pack for the beach, eh? Like, I've taught them, take everything. Like, literally don't leave anything behind.
Yeah.
But because my wife's family were here, then my wife was like, oh, we'll just get hot chips. And, like, some of the sister-in-laws were suggesting that we went further up. But that's on okay, if your family's gone further up, well, you probably just do the laku and that's it. You just show up. But everyone else brings everything.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I've told the kids, like, fuck, if we go to the beach, take everything. You do it. But because Keita was at camp, it was like, I didn't have my truck, so nothing's going to fit in the RAV4, It's like, fucking, I'm not filling up my mate's car again. Like, fucking putting enough gas in it. So we ended up going in. Bro, because I got my Papa Bear chair, right? And, like, the saddest part for me is, like, when you laku stuff, like, it's your stuff, I take it because, bro, I don't sit on many beach chairs that can hold my weight.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'll be, bro, this is going to just break, eh? And when I get there, everyone's sitting on my chair.
Oh, hey.
Bring your own chair, man.
Oh.
Like, not the pool, like, always take a bucket hat. I always take a bucket hat, man. And then, okay, someone's wearing my hat. Gosh. It's bad enough that I'm getting sunburned.
Are these the visitors?
Just the visitors, or visitors or whoever, Just like, hey, people, if you go to the beach, take your own stuff, man. It just makes.
Yeah.
But nah, just like I'm in that habit, like take the chairs, the hard chairs, because bro, people aren't gonna, and kids, they'll sit anywhere.
Yeah.
Even if it's
The
not your
ground.
seat, they get off.
If there's a mat there.
But it's just to be comfortable, be comfortable, so not everyone sitting down on the floor, wet clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just glad, like, bro, all I need, like, and I'll probably get it later, probably it's a trailer. Eh? That's my goal, is to have a beach trailer.
Mm.
So I can just get colour at the barbecue's
yeah,
already
just
on
put
it.
everything.
Everything's on the back, yeah.
What's up, boys? So we're coming close to our it's wrapping up. But man, what's happening next few weeks for you?
So today, why I've been indulging in, just eating and just enjoying, the last couple of weeks is because today is my first day of my weight loss challenge.
Oh, nice.
So it starts today. Today I had eggs and avocado on toast. Okay.
Avocados are cheap at the moment too. Well,
I've been buying.
Pack
I've been
Safe.
doing all my shopping at Pack and Save.
Yeah.
Actually, it's real funny. I'll just share something with you guys. It's just real funny now that I have my own place. Now I don't. I have to rely on myself to do the cooking. And budgeting of my finances and that. It is real handy to like. I did notice the difference of living at my parents and that. Now that I gotta pay rent and whatever they had, I obviously eat, but now I gotta do it by, myself, and and it's I think I enjoy it. I love the satisfaction of the other night I put out 4 chicken legs with the thighs, out, so I left that out in the sink the whole day, came back, cooked it, I think it's just the what's the word? The satisfaction that you know that there's something there, and all you got to do is just cook it, for yourself.
yeah.
You
Should get your air fryer, man.
Yeah,
Get your
man,
air fryer.
I don't mind the weather, man. But anyway, so I'm on a challenge. So it starts today. It's 6 weeks. So yeah, got to start grinding again. Yeah.
So, that's your last words too.
Last words. Just for all the just the passing of friends and the family members and all that. Condolences to one of the brothers, sisters passing away. She was. In my words, I posted on the Facebook post that I was tagged in. She was a gentle soul, because never she was, good friend of the family as well. She'll be dearly missed. These are my last words.
Last words.
Yeah.
Last
What's
words?
coming up in last
What's
words?
coming up? Nothing's coming up. Just gotta go back to work on Wednesday night. Another 3-day weekend off. Man, I just wanna probably try and save this year. It's one of my
Yeah.
goals. Save some money and drop some weight. Not really looking forward to winter. Because the weather's been good, eh?
Yeah,
Weather's been real good. Aircon's been on blast, hard out.
man.
So I'm lucky I got an aircon. I'd leave on all day, all night. But if I could share my last words would be look after yourselves. Slip, slop, slap. Wear a hat, man. Like, where this weather is unpredictable, especially when it can turn because the wind last night was quite cold, eh? Like, it was windy last night. But the overcast is probably the worstest thing you can judge the day by. Because I was doing BBQ the other day, and overcast, my shoulders are burnt, man. Hey, but you don't realize until you go home and got aliens, and the water's like, damn, that hurts. But yeah, slips off flat, man. And man, continue to make memories, man. This life is all about celebrating your small ones and enjoying your company with those you love and cherish the most. And shout out to everyone who lost family and close friends last year. Continue to live for them and remember them by living your best life. And that's about it from me.
Sure, boys. Last words for me. Just man, glad to be back for 2023. Start of the new year and start of new things for West Network. Got some things in the pipeline that wanna push forward. But man, it's good to have Empty Out the Clip back in the war zone again. For you guys listening for every week. So yeah, man, I'm grateful for you boys to come through on the Empty Out the Clip. You know, it's cool. Just reminding everyone, all the listeners out there, to tap into our Facebook page, Empty Out the Clip group page, where you can just send us some messages or send us some topics to talk about on the podcast, and give your 5 cents, 10 cents worth, and drop it in there. Yeah, man. Thanks, boys. Let's get the fuck out of here.
See, littles.